Okay. Oh man. Oh man.
Just tell you. I don't know. Those queer eye guys got a hold of you?
Okay.
No, I had to borrow your dad's socks because I'm out of socks. My socks are not clean. I don't have any clean underwear. Okay, it's like a mosh pit down there.
All right, so borrow a pair from my dad.
I tried. I couldn't figure out all the snaps and pulleys.
I love
Sorry,
this
Dad,
show.
I'm behind on the laundry because I had to cook dinner, clean up afterwards, and now I'm paying all our bills.
I told you to help you with that. You never let me.
Yes, that's because the last time I let you pay the electric bill, we spent 3 days huddled together in the dark with blankets and candles.
I genuinely love King of Queens.
I need your paycheck, please.
And
Thank you. What's this scribbled on the back?
they just gave me some more
For a new Jets logo.
pain medication.
Are they looking
You
for
know
one?
what? I keep forgetting I got my Bluetooth.
Oh, honey, look at this. With my raise last month, I actually make more than you do now.
What?
Yeah, look.
No, you don't.
I do, look.
Oh, that's because I got all these deductions. Look, I got all this FICA. That's what's bringing me down.
No, they took FICA from me, too. I'll check me up your check.
Okay. I keep forgetting I actually have my Bluetooth hooked up. So they're giving me an iron infusion. So, yeah. They're giving me
Okay, well, we do need to upgrade our heating system.
More than the heating system. Having you need a mosquito.
they go light as pain is intense.
Put a pin in the speedboat. Now, I'm over splurging.
So I'm glad they just gave me some more of the medication. Doug and Carrie Heffernan were my favorite. I really miss this show being on the air. I'm glad it's playing on the TV. So they're definitely going to do the colonoscopy tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be in the morning or the afternoon because they said they don't know as far as the time yet. And I had to cover up because I'm freezing. That's from the anemia from the blood loss. And oof.
She's been feeling really down lately. She feels like nobody wants her or needs her for anything anymore. Well, if you look at one thing, she's just
I don't know why I'm feeling all this pressure in the back of my neck. Maybe it might be the way I'm laying. But yeah, so I'm happy that I'm very dehydrated because I had to drink this shit.
Thanks for putting it nicely.
I've got to try to drink all of that. And it does not taste good. And it works immediately, so I'm giving my body a bit of a break before I drink more of it. Okay, this has gotten loud. Hold on.
Late nights on TV Land. Oh, yeah.
Subway's protein-packed footlongs are the perfect way to fill up for your day, like the All-American Club or the Ultimate BMT.
Okay, so I just wanted to turn that down. But I am putting this blanket back on because I am freezing. So yeah, they've got that IV and they are giving me a iron infusion because my iron levels have not increased. So they did it for 5 minutes the first time, and then they just did 15 minutes, and then now they're doing it for 40 minutes, so it's a little over an hour. I wonder if that's a side effect from the medicine. I'm feeling a lot of pressure in the back of my neck. But I'm grateful, like I said, because I've been needing this colonoscopy for a long time. So they can't tell me what time. Like, I don't know if it's, like I said, in the morning, in the afternoon, but definitely going to be getting the colonoscopy done tomorrow. And they just gave me some more pain medication because that little tablet they gave me a few hours ago, I can't feel any of that. And I'm really dehydrated because of this the whole, bowel prep stuff. And it definitely is effective because I've already been to the bathroom twice, and I told them, like, I'm going to take a break from drinking it. It tastes like you guys know I like kale. You guys know that from my Chef on the Budget, Eat Your Way Healthy. But it tastes like if you were to take kale and deep fry it and burn it, that's what this bullshit tastes like. It's so gross. And it is ginormous. So I gotta try to drink all of that. Um, Damn, she kind of fine. Sorry. I got distracted with the TV, like, whoa. Um, oh, Andrew, thank you. Thank you for tuning in, my good brother. Appreciate you. We're all praying for you, D. The Most High is with you. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you. I received that. And like I said, I'm grateful that I'm in, the room. I've been in here for a little while. And I just got distracted because on that commercial, they showed a very beautiful melanin woman with a very nice body. But yeah, I'm grateful because if I wasn't feeling as horrible as I am, none of this would be happening right now. So, like, all I can do is thank the Most High for not feeling well because now I'm able to get the colonoscopy done that I've been trying to get done for a long time. And no, it's not fun. The whole, this bowel prep stuff, this bullshit here. Yeah. And y'all know I drink a ton of purified water. Hell, I still got my big ass bottle right there. Um, I'm just gonna let that stuff do what it needs to do and, clean me out. And then whenever because the last nurse said, she's like, I'm not sure if they're gonna schedule it in the morning or if it'll be like early afternoon because it depends on how many other people they have scheduled for colonoscopies tomorrow. And they said that basically the results of the colonoscopy will determine if I need the biopsies. And if I do need the biopsies, then that'll be like the next step. And they're also, like I said, trying to determine if I need to have emergency surgery done. So I'm very grateful. Okay, that pain medication they gave me is kicking in. Thank God. Oh my God. It's actually kicking in. So yeah, the IV, the intravenous, works a lot more It's a lot more concentrated, so it's a lot stronger. When I worked for United Health Group, I worked in their specialty injectables department, so we would have to prepare and set up orders for prescriptions for the intravenous specialty injectable medication. And so they are typically a lot stronger and work a lot faster. So if y'all see me getting loopy, it's because that shit's kicking in. But yeah, the pain has been level 9. So I'm grateful that it's starting to slowly reduce. The purple flower, good to see you. I'm hanging in there, love. I got here late last night. I want to say it was actually it was around 2:30 because I remember my homeboy, he told me he was getting tired and it was around 2. So yeah, I'm very grateful for progress. And that progress is getting the treatment that I need, even if at an emergency level. And so, of course, I'm hoping for the very best with colonoscopies or colonoscopy. But I am, what's the word? I'm not anxious, but I am looking forward to the results of the colonoscopy to let me know whether or not biopsies are required, and then whether or not emergency surgery is going to be required. Yep, this medicine's kicking in because I'm feeling loopy and a little bit, just a little bit dizzy. But they told me that that was, side effects, dizziness and drowsiness. So. And plus, I haven't really slept. I mean, I fell asleep a few times down in the ER, but not like just, full on sleep. So I will keep you guys updated. And thank you for your prayers. Appreciate you, Andrew, Purple and all the other D's peeps. You guys really do mean a lot. So, Purple Flower, you rest. Talk with you later. Much love and peace. Thank you, my love. Appreciate that. So, I actually love this episode of King of Queens. It's the episode where Carrie hires the maid that doesn't speak English, and Doug is mad because he can't understand Spanish. This show is literally one of my favorites. So, like I said, I'm just grateful because he's like, she's like asking him in Spanish, was he done with the plate, which is platos? Uh, he's like, what? She's like, are you done with los platos con leche? And he's like, what? The leche? Then he hands her the milk back and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna hit a diner. Doug is stupid as hell. Oh my God. So yeah, even in the midst of being in pain, I'm telling y'all, like, I like to laugh. And when I saw that King of Queens was on, I was like, hell yeah. Because that's always been one of my favorite TV shows. And since I'm up here, oh, my allergies. There is no tissue over here. I also gotta make sure I keep my arm extended because of the infusion. If I bend my arm, it makes that machine start beeping. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm getting the iron infusion because I definitely need it. But yeah, anytime I'm dealing with something or going through something, I like to laugh. So I was watching Rick and Morty on Adult Swim, and that went off, and then I seen that King of Queens was on. I was like, oh hell yeah, that's my show. because I'll be watching King of Queens on Peacock, and I'll watch the same episodes over and over because it makes me laugh. But when he couldn't understand her, and she's like, platos con leche, she was like, oh, you were putting a little cereal with leche. He just looked at her like, what the fuck? And the funny part, because I just actually watched this episode a couple nights ago on Peacock, and he gets mad at Carrie. He's like, "Yeah, you and the maid speaking your secret little language." She's like, "It's Spanish, and half the world speaks it." He's like, "Not this half." I really miss the two of them on that show. That's why I don't mind watching the reruns, because they just had a chemistry that was unmatched. I hate it when they went off the air. Andrew said, "I love King of Queens." I'm telling you, that is King of Queens, that '70s show. Despite the Ashton Kutcher, Danny Masterson bullshit in real life, those are two of my favorite shows that I will watch over and over and laugh like it's the first time I watched it. So, yeah, laughter is the best medicine. Uh, Hold on, y'all. I gotta shift because sitting like this is hurting. Give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, that's better. Um, yeah, the anemia has me like freezing, but I'm enjoying just having time. I probably will edit later because I have so much content still from the video shoot, and that was so dope. I really enjoyed myself. So I have hours of content that I want to edit a little later on. But and shout out to all of them. One of the ladies from the video shoot that I became acquainted with, she posted a comment on Instagram because I did a couple of lives on Instagram and let the Instagram D's peeps know what's going on. And I just realized the blanket was over the mouthpiece on my Bluetooth. So thank you to those on Instagram that are sending positive energy and prayers. All of you, you know. Um, Somebody is snoring really loud. I wonder if that's how I sound, because I've been told that I snore. I hope I don't snore that loud. And so there's two nurses that are working with me. One's a male nurse, and the other one is a female nurse, and she has just a hilarious energy. And so, like for instance, this tray, right? I was trying to move this tray like over the bed or whatever, and she was like, "Girl, that thing is raggedy." I just fell out laughing. I said, "That's why I can't get that thing to move, because I was struggling trying to pull that over the bed when they had brought me my liquid dinner, because I'm on all liquids because of the colonoscopy." And so they had brought, like, chicken broth and jello and juice, and it was like a little frozen Italian ice thingy. And I didn't want to spill any of it. So I kept trying to pull that little, because it's supposed to, that part is supposed to be able to, come over here over the bed, and it didn't. And so she was like, "Girl, that thing raggedy." We both fell out laughing. So I'm enjoying the staff here. They've been really kind. Now, of course, down in ER, it's different because they're under so much more pressure. But ever since they got me up to my room, everybody I've encountered has been really nice. So I'm really grateful for that. But when she told me that, I was like, "I don't feel bad because I was thinking it, but you said it." And she said, "Child, a lot of stuff in here is raggedy, but we got you." I said, "Okay." So yeah, they've had to help me like will me to the bathroom and stuff. And I said, look, I'm gonna try to drink as much of this as possible because it's the bowel prep, right? I was like, but I'm giving my ass, my culo, a break.
Medical alert, stroke alert to the shop room.
Fresh flowers by our bed.
Medical alert, stroke alert to the shop room.
Oh no, somebody had a stroke. Whoever they are, I'm sending them healing. My mom's had 3 of those. So yeah, I'm gonna be for tonight resting. I'm not sure how long they're gonna keep me here. They said everything really does depend on the colonoscopy results, and since they don't know,
Laughing and plotting against me in your secret little language.
It's called Spanish, Doug, and about half the world speaks it.
Not this half.
it definitely still hurts. Since they don't know what time yet the colonoscopy is gonna be, they're like, oh no, please give me a break. I do not want to have to go back to the bathroom again already. My stomach is doing the most. Like that stuff is extremely effective. But they said it's going to depend on the results of the colonoscopy. And, you know, once they get it done and they're able to review everything, they'll let me know because, like I told them, the last colonoscopy I had in 2021, it wasn't just the internal and external hemorrhoids, but it was also internal bleeding and polyps and tumors. But at that time, the polyps and tumors were really small, so they weren't worried about doing biopsies. So the fact that I can feel the stuff on the inside and the clots, they said that's super concerning. And so they're also going to evaluate to find out if I have Crohn's disease. Whatever I find out, I'm healed. I'm speaking that into existence. And, oh, Lord God, please make it stop. My culo needs a break. I don't want to go to the bathroom again already. I just left from there like 30 minutes ago. And it is not fun. This is not fun. So I was like, you know, whatever I find out, I speak healing from my crown down to my feet. I thank God that me not feeling well, you know, led to me going ahead and deciding to go on and come on in to the ER. And like I said, shout out to my homeboy that dropped me off. And that convinced me to come. He's like, you gotta go. He said, because if you keep waiting around trying to get an appointment with a specialist, that could be months. And I said, you know what, you're right. And so they even told me when I got here, like, it's really good that you came in because having Graves' disease and passing clots is not good at all. And so I just believe that this is just part of the journey, but that I'm already healed. That's how you manifest, is you align yourself with the frequency of already having or already receiving that which you call in. Roxanne, thank you. So yeah, I'm not gonna stay on too long because I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, even though I'm on my side, it still hurts so much. So, you know, the medicine's kicking in, but it's still, I think it's gonna take a while. It still hurts quite a bit. So, it's like, never had, because I've lost my babies to miscarriage. I don't know exactly what contractions feel like, but what I do know is it feels like this in my lower intestinal area. It's a constant, like, clenching, and that shit hurts horribly, like real bad. And so I'm hoping that the medication that he just gave me kicks in soon. But yeah, whatever this stuff is, what is this shit? I don't know, let me see. Yeah, this. Talking about go lightly. It ain't nothing light about this. This shit is brutal. So basically, I have to fill this cup up. This looks like maybe like close to a 64-ounce cup. And they said I need to drink at least 2 of these. And they told me like to at least, well, they originally said midnight, but now they said it doesn't matter the time. But I need to drink at least half of this and then try to drink the other half before the colonoscopy. So like she showed me, this is the line. So this is how much I've drank so far, about a quarter of it. They want me to try to drink at least half tonight. And then at 4 a.m., they want me to try to drink the rest of it because since they don't know the time yet, they kind of just want that out of the way to have my system cleared out. So that way, whatever time the colonoscopy is scheduled, I'm good to go. And as you can see, it's making me very dehydrated. I need this pain medication to kick in. Plus, I feel my stomach moving a lot of things, so I'm gonna definitely have to end up going back. So I don't know. What I might just do, just to get this out the way, I may just go ahead and try to down this shit. Like, as disgusting as it is, I might just fill that up and just down it. That way I don't have to hopefully keep taking trips to the bathroom, because it is not fun in there. And, ooh, Lord God. Because that's the other thing. The more I go, the worse it hurts. So, I think I probably will. I'm going to give myself another about 15. Oh, I would say maybe like another 15 to 20 minutes of a break. I'm going to down as much of that as I can and then go to the bathroom and hope that that will be sufficient for now to where I can try to get some sort of a nap in. 'Cause it's like my stomach is doing a lot. That area is painful. It's very painful. So yeah, whatever they decide to do, I'm just gonna go with it. If they do the colonoscopy and they say we need to do biopsies, let's get the biopsies done. If they say that I need to have emergency surgery, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Now, what I didn't know, I think it's called an endoscopy if I'm not mistaken, but they said they're gonna do the colonoscopy, but they also have to do, oh shit, hold on. Oh, this is insane. This is insane.
past the station.
And just, ooh.
I've seen you in a whole new light.
Look, Arthur, I was hired to work here. Now, any personal relationship between us would be totally inappropriate.
Oh, Most High.
Just what to say to get me going.
Ancestors assist me in reducing this pain, please. So yeah, I hope that injected pain medicine kicks in soon. Like I'm even laying on my side and it still hurts. So yeah, I'm praying that I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I kinda hope they do the surgery. For real. I just want these things out of me. I don't wanna live with this anymore. And I don't care how long I gotta be up here. As long as they get it done. Cause I just looked up at the TV and heard what the maid said in the episode. She said, I can't go downstairs because she's boom booming Sina Grandpa. I love that even though I'm in level 9 pain, I can still laugh. That's why I like putting on comedy. I'm telling y'all. You gotta still find your joy even when you're hurting. Neptune Pisces, good to see you, my brother. Oh my God, do you get better? Thank you. I received that. I'll be okay. It just, between all of the testing and exams and then this shit cleaning me out, and it's not fun right now. So yeah, I've got to try to drink all this. And what's crazy about it is I go through a gallon of regular purified drinking water pretty much daily, sometimes 2 gallons. But this shit is nasty. I'm not gonna lie. And y'all know I love kale. It tastes like deep fried burnt kale in liquid form. It's gross. So yeah, I have to. They said I need to drink at least 2 to 4 at a time. 2 to 4 of these. Don't let the predator hit you. Doug is stupid. Don't let the predator hit you. No. You know. Stupid. I really love this show so much. But yeah, I gotta try to drink the rest of that, and then they're giving me the iron infusion. Actually, it's almost done, which is good. So then that means the nurse will come back in soon and unhook it. And they've got it on my IV. So I had accidentally bent my elbow and it made that machine start going off. So, like I said, it physically it hurts, but I'm so grateful because y'all know I've been talking about trying to get colonoscopy done and get seen, and now, I'm finally able to. And like I said, the GI doctors, both of them, and all 3 of the other ER doctors I saw were like, the clot's not a good sign. And then they're concerned about the weight loss because even though I have Graves' disease, and Graves can cause, what's it called? I guess you could say unexpected weight loss, but basically like you lose weight without trying. So, and that's because of the frequent, bowel movements. Like like I told him, I'm never constipated. I am always going, always. There it goes. So yeah, the nurse may come back in here. Kim Charles, good to see you. Thank you. So it's like, Is it because I bent my elbow or is it because it's done?
It's complete already.
It's done, okay.
Let me just run the rest.
Okay. Want to make sure I wasn't setting it off.
That's about maybe 10, 26.
So does the rest of that have to keep going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Dad, I have to finish this.
How long does it take for the pain medication to kick in?
If you do, then I'm still on the plane.
It should be within half an hour.
Okay. Okay.
Did it work or?
Not it hasn't kicked in just yet, but I just was curious. It might just need a little bit more time. So.
So unhappy, why don't you just say something?
The last guy who did that was accidentally run over by a rascal scooter. Barksdale schools are everywhere. I'm telling you, I give it back. No, you didn't.
All right. Thank you. I really do. I thank God for the hospital staff. They're really awesome. They're good people up here. Appreciate it. Chemtrails. I hate skin. I'm gonna be okay, baby. Don't worry. It's a lot of pain because the more I drink this, the more I'm going. So, of course, the going makes it hurt worse, but I have to because I have to be able to clear out, my lower intestines and things so that when they do the colonoscopy, there's no fecal matter or anything in there and they can see everything clearly. So yeah, they did tell me that the concern is for the blood clots, the amount of blood, and
Help you move up in the company. How come you're not taking it?
Okay, does anybody know what optional means? It's not for a specific promotion, it's just some kind of general aptitude thing.
Oh, I see. So you're taking yourself out of the running for any promotion ever?
From your lips to his ears. God, I'd be lousy at it anyway.
How do you know if you don't even try, Doug? We were married for 10 years, but I've never seen you.
oh, I speak healing. I'm gonna speak healing to this pain.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I speak healing to this pain.
World's biggest burrito.
It would have been free.
All right, forget it. Sorry, I brought it up.
And it's like I'm on my side,
I did try for something once.
but it still hurts quite a bit. I even brought my own pillow, to lay on, but it's because of that bowel prep drink. And even though I haven't drank any for about an hour, it's still working. So I told them, I said, I don't think I'll be able to get down half of this by midnight, and they said it's okay because since the colonoscopy is not actually scheduled yet, they were like, long as you have it done before, like early morning, then I'll be fine. So, but yeah, I don't want this to ever pass down to my next generation. I do not want my children going through this, and the fact that we have a family history of this. Like I told them, my aunt, my mom's only sister, she died from colon cancer, and I would go visit her at the cancer treatment center, and I would cook for her and take her food and just sit with her. Honestly, I would sit with her longer than anybody else in the family because I'm a 2-time thyroid cancer survivor. And as the more I went up there, I realized I'm so much like my aunt. And my love for music, singing, I inherited a lot of that from her. But yeah, when my aunt passed, she had gotten down to 74 pounds, you guys. She looked like a skeleton. It was hard to watch her go through that. And I would have to step out of the room a lot because I would start crying because I hated seeing her pretty much wither away. And you know, the concern is the fact that it's runs in the family. So, as far as I'm concerned, it stops with me. You know, I'm gonna break this generational curse. It will not pass down to my kids. And whatever the doctor recommends, I'm going with it. You know, colonoscopy is the first step. Then they'll let me know if biopsies are needed. And then they said, depending on the results, they may want to do surgery. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, whatever they recommend, I'm going with it because I just don't want to live with this anymore. Kendra said, my mom's only sister also died from colon cancer. I saw her take her last breath. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, love. I'm trying to make sure I don't bend that line, but it might be doing that because it's almost done. The, iron.
Step-wise protein-packed footlongs are the perfect way to fill up your day, like the all-American Club or the ultimate fiance.
You have to flush the IV.
She's gonna flush the
Okay.
IV.
I'm just really cold. Sorry for all the layers of
you need
blankets.
more blankets?
Yeah, if you guys have one, my feet are
Sure.
super cold.
Your feet? Okay.
Yeah.
Your cheeseburger deserves a nice big slice of our Sargento family legacy. Taste over 70 years of our high quality, real, casual cheese in every bite. You have our word on it, you have our name on it. Sargento, a promise you can taste.
This is to keep it clean.
Okay.
Hydration body wash with skin-friendly ingredients. Instantly cleans and hydrates in one shower.
Because I know I've got a few blankets, but I'm still pretty cold.
Blanket, okay. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, Kim Charles, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, that's what happened to my aunt too. And I wasn't there when she took her last breath. I was there an hour before, and it was almost like my mom said she was waiting for you because I went to go see her, and a lot of my spiritual gifts my aunt Luella had, and I started hearing her thoughts telepathically, and she was begging God to just take her. I mean, like her whole face was sunken in. She really did look like a skeleton, and she was miserable, you know. And they had a colostomy bag on her, and I had to watch my aunt throw up her bowels. You guys, it was horrible, and she was so embarrassed. I said, "Don't be embarrassed, you know. You're like." She was getting better, and then she just declined rapidly.
I got your warm blanket.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
We can put it on beneath
Okay.
the.
Under, yeah, because it seemed like the
It'll
air's,
trap the heat.
yeah, the air's getting through. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you guys. That warm blanket on my feet just worked wonders. I was in here
You
freezing.
need
Thank
some
you.
more.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I really enjoyed the nursing staff. They're really good here. Much better than the last ER I was at. Well, I'm not in the ER now. I'm upstairs in the admittance area, but they're a lot nicer here. But yeah, I watched my aunt go through that, and the colostomy bag, I guess it like got full, and that was one of the times I had just showed up and she was vomiting her bowels. And then she started crying because of how much pain she was in. And she was embarrassed. And I just held her while she cried. And I said, Auntie, it's okay. And so, just thinking back to that, whatever results they give me, I am healed, I am abundant, and I'm grateful that I came in because they told me, they said, if you've been passing clots for months, that's not good. But because it wasn't like as severe as it's been this past week, I didn't think, I just figured that was part of what happens when you deal with hemorrhoids and tumors. And they were like, no, that's not normal at all. And you're a Graves patient. So that's real serious. You might, it could be a possibility of malignancy. So, like I said, whatever we find out, I speak healing from my crown down to my feet. I am abundant, and I believe I can manifest anything I set my mind to. Kim Cho said it's no joke. It really isn't at all. Like, it's definitely not. She said, yes, I watched her go through it. She had to have a tube in her. She couldn't use the bathroom. She was throwing up through her mouth. It was, yeah, in her feces, yep. That's what I watched my aunt go through. And it was so heartbreaking. Because, yeah, she had to have that colostomy bag and then throwing up her bowels. And that's why, like, when I was hearing her thoughts and she was asking God to take her, I was sending her peace because I knew my auntie wasn't gonna last much longer, and she didn't. And then that night, I dreamt of her funeral, and then 2 days later, she died. So,
Rule number one, a depressed customer is the best customer.
I'm gonna mute this because I don't know if that's gonna be, since I got this show on, they're playing that song. I don't know if that's considered copyright or not. Let me mute that real quick. But yeah, I appreciate their concern and their sense of urgency because I thought that, they would tell me to like just go see a colorectal surgeon because that's what all the other ER visits, that's what they kept telling me. That's why when people were like, go to the emergency room, I was like, for what? They're going to stick their fingers up my ass. They're going to do a rectal exam. I'm going to bleed worse. It's going to hurt worse. And they're going to tell me that I need surgery. And so the ER doctors were like, the blood loss, even with the internal external hemorrhoids, that's not normal. Because like yesterday morning, I had, 2 of my GI episodes. One was at around 1:30 in the morning, and it lasted until almost 4. Actually, no, it did last past 4, because by the time I laid down, it was 5. And then I woke up at 9 and had another episode that lasted until like 11:15. And, I had cleaned myself up with my wipes and all that. And then when I got in the shower and I was like cleaning myself up, blood just started running out of me like water, just like the shower water. I literally looked down and all I saw was red. And I'm like, what the fuck? you know. So they were like, yeah, all that stuff is not, those are not normal.
CP, I'm back.
Hey, honey.
All right, time to get your blood pressure.
Blood pressure, okay. I'm on live. Do you want to say hi? No? Okay. She's really nice.
Hey, y'all.
She said, hey, y'all. She's super nice. I really enjoy both of the nurses. I was telling them, I was laughing about the tray, how when you told me that this tray was raggedy.
Raggedy girl. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get.
Yeah. They just finished the iron infusion.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that medicine to kick in. It hasn't quite yet, but he said it can take like up to 30 minutes. So, yeah.
I told him you was taking a break too. So.
Yeah, because, yeah.
He was like, oh, it's fine.
Thank God, yeah, because I gotta give my ass a break.
Okay.
For real.
Am I wrong? How does it taste?
It's disgusting. Now, I eat fresh kale. I love kale. It tastes like burnt kale. Like if you deep fried it and burnt it, it's nasty. It's so nasty. But I know I gotta drink it, so I'm gonna wait maybe like an hour and then just try to drink as much of it as I can. So I ain't gotta keep going back and forth. Just let everything come out that needs to come out.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't taste good at all. I've never tasted nothing like this. You know, because we eat greens, right? So imagine if you made some collard greens and you scorched the pot. That's what it tastes like. Like scorched collard greens and ham hocks is nasty. Don't taste good at all. Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, it don't taste good.
If I never ask, as much as we give those out, I would never ask, like, what does it taste like? Do it taste like medicine? Do it taste like antibiotics? Like, what does it taste like? Okay.
It's nasty. That's what it tastes like, nastiness.
Alright, yeah, 118 over 80.
Okay.
Alright, do you need anything from me right now?
No, he just brought me one blanket for my feet, so I'm okay. Actually, is it possible to get more apple juice?
We have apple juice.
Okay.
And I was gonna say too, you know, have they given you one of those heat packs? They're really good if you want.
Will it help with the pain back there?
It's basically like a heating pad,
Okay.
but it's like a pack.
Okay. Will it reduce some of that pain?
I mean,
I'll try it if it'll help.
just trying to, you know, give you a couple options,
Yeah.
you know, and to listen to the medicine.
Because they mentioned an ice pack, and I've actually tried that at home. It didn't.
Oh, I can't do ice with pain.
Yeah.
Ice with pain don't work for me.
Right.
Heat with pain works.
Right. Yeah. So I'll definitely try the heat.
So I'll bring
pack.
you 2 of those
Okay.
and 3 apple juices.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, honey.
Be right back.
Okay, honey. Thank you. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the nurses. They're both really cool people, and even the ones I had earlier. The first nurse, she was so nice. She was such a sweetheart. And then they had, she had like an assistant with her. She was nice. And then there was another lady. She had really cute braids. She had like the two-tone braids. So they've been really good at just being hospitable and attentive. Man, let me tell y'all this. I went through the emergency department, right? So, you know, when you go and they check you in and you got to sit in the lobby and wait to get called back to a room. So they first did my CT scan and they had to transport me, you know, via wheelchair because I can't walk because it hurts to walk. And they sent this young guy, y'all. He probably couldn't have been no more than, I'd say 22, 23. This boy was on his phone the whole time. The whole time.
So are you ready for one now? Because I can pop the first one for you.
Yeah, so not trying to, do I have to put it like, just sit on it, or does it go like in between?
Wherever you
However,
need to go.
okay. I'm gonna put it just on top of the pillow I'm sitting on and see if that helps. So,
Yeah, but these are my favorite. When I get cold in here sometimes.
so it even works like that? Okay.
I'm looking for it. That's why you put it on your back.
Oh, that feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that right underneath. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep
I'm
dropping
gonna
the thing.
connect it and connect it there.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, have they tried to give you that?
No, they offered the ice pack, but I was like, the ice pack ain't gonna do nothing. So this will. Oh, it feels really warm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we have a lot of them, so
Okay.
let me know if
Yeah.
you need another one. All you have to do is just squeeze it into the pot.
Squeeze it until it
And
pops.
then once
Okay.
it pops, you just
Okay.
massage it.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
Can
let
you do
know
me
if you
one
need-
favor?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I have trouble opening those.
Okay. Let me put my gloves on.
Yeah. Do y'all have like a cup I can just pour all of them in
I do.
and drink? Okay. Because
I
that
can
would
bring
be
you a big one
easier.
because the little one might be too little.
Yeah, that would work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cause yeah, that little heating pack, that was a good idea. Cause that's starting to help already, where it's not. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it feels like, imagine like your knuckle, right, and someone just like shoving a knuckle with rocks. That's what it feels like back there. It's horrible. So that little heating pack is helping, and I think probably after maybe another 15 minutes or so, that medicine will probably fully kick in. So yeah. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you.
Oh my God,
Okay. Cause yeah, I almost had to use my teeth. I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm just feeling weak. I couldn't get them things
changed the
open.
packaging on these.
Yeah,
They used to be a lot easier to open.
it was hard for me to get it
Now you gotta
open.
put your social security number in it to open it. They used to be way easier to open.
Yeah. That was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause it's.
And I don't know why they don't tell people about the hot packs. Because
Yeah.
not everybody do well with
I
it.
didn't even know that this was something that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's helping already.
Yes. Some people do good with hot.
Yeah, the ice pack stuff, just because of the nerve damage in my spine and stuff, it just kind of makes it burn. It doesn't really take away the pain.
You would think they would let y'all know about these.
Yeah, but
Especially
see,
with spinal.
but that's why they have you, so you
When
could
you
let
get
us know.
cold,
Yeah, yeah. See, like I can't, because I've got cervical spine damage from car accidents, and then sciatica and fibromyalgia from car accidents, and I fractured my tailbone. So when I was back home in Nebraska, that's why I moved back here. My body can't take the cold because my back locks up and it feels like 1,000 spiders with like fiery legs. It's horrible. So yeah, thank you for this because I would have never even known that was something that was a thing.
yeah. We got that.
Thank you.
That's all we got.
All right.
It does get the job done.
All right. Thank you. Drink some of this juice.
Give me a holler if you need me.
Okay, honey. Thank you. Yeah, that apple juice is good. Cause I've been
The Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's spicy chicken.
actually didn't mean to hit unmute. I've been so dehydrated from well, one, not having eaten before I came, and then being in the bathroom. So yeah, once I drink enough of that other stuff and my stomach clears out, I'm gonna see if I can try to take me a nap. But I'm so used, y'all know I'm used to being up late. That's why I always be on live late. So I just kind of expect I may not get the best rest tonight, but I definitely will after that colonoscopy because I know they're gonna use that anesthesia to put me out. And the other nurse, the male nurse, was telling me he also had what's it called, colorectal surgery, because he had issues as well some years ago with hemorrhoids. But it's more than just that. It's part of my lower intestine. When they did that colonoscopy, they said has a laceration. How? I don't know. And there's a part of my lower intestine that constantly contracts like this. Even when I don't have to go to the bathroom. Like even right now, that's why it's hurting and I'm laying on my side, it's still contracting. And so that pushes them further out. And if I walk or sit down directly, it feels like that knuckle rock feeling. So that I brought my pillow and I remember I asked my homeboy that dropped me off, I said, am I finna look crazy walking in here? You know, because I got my little overnight bag, my purse, and my pillow. He was like, man, fuck anybody that look at you crazy. I said, you know what you right. I don't know why I be worried about how I look to people that don't even know me when I don't even really give a fuck about what people think. But he had me dying laughing. He said, look, you take that pillow, whatever's going to take the pain off, take it with you. Because, yeah, I was sitting in the lobby area for quite some time. And then they had moved us to like a back area in the ER. But I had to actually sit in a room with two other people for several hours. Because like I said, I got here around about 2:30 in the morning. I didn't get up to this room until I think it was either 5:30 or 6, somewhere around there. So I was in that other room with two other people, and that's why I wasn't really trying to do too much going live, because the one lady was asleep and the other dude, you know, he was on his phone or whatever. So yeah, I'm grateful because I ain't gonna hold y'all. They didn't even have pillows down there, y'all. They didn't have pillows. There was no like blankets on the little bed, and then they put us in that room that we had to share. It was like recliners that pulled out, but not an actual bed. So I'm grateful for this bed right now, and for that heat thing she just gave me, because putting that back there is starting to help reduce that pain a little bit. So Andrew said, glad you're letting us know what's going on with you. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Like I said, at first I wasn't going to. And my homeboy, you know, when I told him about the things that the real rejects of YouTube, especially the geriatric ones, have said about, you know, me faking this and I'm making this up. Or like when, you know, Danny Robertson and Official King Primate was saying, oh, she probably made that up. That's period blood. No, that's blood from my rectum and clots. And it's not even that I don't, it's not about them, but it's to show you guys what I really do go through, because I'm always presenting myself as strong and, you know, high vibrational, and but no, I be going through it. And so my homeboy was like, man, let people know what you're going through. Like, you know, let your subscribers know so that they can see what it really is like for you. Because he ain't gonna lie, he's pissed off when I told him about, you know, the bullshit that was happening. And he was like, that'll shut all that shit down when people see that you are really, truly not well, you know, and that you need to get the medical treatment. And like I said, it was him that convinced me to come. Because all I kept dreading was the rectal exam and, you know, the pain, and not looking at, I need to go. Because like what he told me, he said, this time it might be different. They may not just discharge you. He was like, they may admit you. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, well, they didn't before. Well, like I said, I didn't realize how serious passing clots is for Graves' disease patients. So he actually was right. He actually was right. He was like, they'll probably admit you, and then they did. So, like I said, now I can get the colonoscopy done. And they told me, you know, if biopsies are needed, they'll be able to get that done. And if they recommend surgery, they're just going to get it all done. And because of this hospital, their individual financial assistance program, I won't have to pay anything out of pocket. So it's all working together for my good. Because I was really discouraged when I found out yesterday that they canceled my insurance because, like I said, I called after I had all that horrible bleeding in the shower. I called and was trying to find a specialist, and I was just trying to find one that would work with me and not make me pay out of pocket. And they were like, your insurance is canceled. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, they canceled your medical insurance back in April because even though I was supposed to be on a zero premium health insurance plan, apparently in January I was automatically enrolled into a paid premium and I didn't see the emails at all. So I was like, well, now what am I going to do? Now I don't have insurance. And my homeboy was like, well, they have a hospital that helps people without insurance and they have their own program. And it's specifically for people like you, people who have real serious conditions, but they can't afford to pay out of pocket for the test. And he was like, I bet you if you go up there, they'll help you and not make you pay out of pocket. And sure enough, he was right. So like I said, it does suck that I'm in this amount of pain. It does suck that I've lost all that blood and have been passing clots. But if I wasn't, like, if my symptoms weren't this bad, I wouldn't be here right now. They would have just discharged me like the other ones did and told me to go home. So, do I still got a straw over there? Let me see. Oh, damn. I don't. Okay. I'm going to have to sit up to drink this. It's apple juice. Hold on, yeah. Okay, that medicine must be kicking in because I am a little bit dizzy. So it must be about to kick in. As soon as I sat up, I started feeling dizzy. And they told me that was a side effect of the medication. So yeah, everything's working out. And I'm gonna come through all this victorious. Even right now, while I'm in pain, I'm speaking healing. But yeah, I really more or less wanted to let y'all know what I'm going through. I don't have anything to prove to non-factors on YouTube, the raw rejects, and the geriatrics. Because when I had heard that Corella DeVille, what did I call her? Auntie Corella DeVille Mickey, when I found out that people were telling me, I guess she was saying negative things about me and basically saying that I deserve to go through what I'm going through and all this other bullshit. And I said, it's amazing how people can try to take pleasure in another person's health issues, and you never know when it might be you. And it's a crazy thing when I have premonitions of people's futures. And you just never want to target a person's health because if you end up dealing with cancer and you don't go into remission, I think you might have a little bit more compassion for people. Because that's what I had heard, that I guess she was saying negative shit over in Stone's chat. I'm like, lady, you need to get over yourself. I don't know you. You're old as shit. And why are you so focused on me? Because I don't want to fuck with you or your platform. I don't understand these people on YouTube that get attitudes because you don't want to fuck with them. Like, especially when you're that old. Like, you're older than my mom. Y'all are too old to be doing this shit. So, targeting people's health, just like when Jaguar did that, when she was making fun of the amount of blood I'm losing and making fun of my miscarriage and stuff. Like, I think about all that. Like, people don't understand that when they take pleasure in another person's suffering, and these are generational curses, because like I said, this is something my grandma, my aunt died from. Both my uncles had to deal with. It's it's not something that is it's not a subject that you should even be speaking on. That shouldn't be your content at all. And what you speak negative about me, you're going to actually experience. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell people what I saw. I'm going to just sit back and watch. Because as much as people think that, oh, that's what they deserve or whatever, when it's you going through it, you're going to know exactly how it feels because people are going to treat you the exact same way. And so for me, I would rather just focus overall on healing, just completely on healing, and keep my energy in a high vibration. And if people want to gossip or talk shit, okay, they have to answer to my ancestors, and that's pretty much where I leave people at. Because what they're taking pleasure in, what they think is suffering, is actually a medical transition for my favor. Because if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be getting medical care right now. I would still be more than likely at a room suffering in silence with no, no sort of, what's the word? Like no sort of end in sight. And that does trigger depression when you know what you need. You need medical treatment, but you can't afford it. And so now, I'm in a position where I won't have to pay out of pocket and I can still get done what I need to get done. Are these people smoking crack? Are you serious? They're actually showing this shit on TV. They are showing crackheads on TV. Wow. What fucking channel is this? What the hell? This is also why I don't watch cable. What in the fuck? They are showing crack. You know what? Can I show this? This is insane. Yep. They are showing people smoking crack. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bruh. That's wild. So the History Channel is showing crackheads. Something I didn't know. Wow. Yeah, you know what? I was just trying to stroll through the channels. That's wild. That reminds me actually of Anchorman 2. That part where Ron Burgundy and the news team smoked crack on air and because they didn't know it was wrong. Oh, wow. Damn, so did King of Queens go off? I could always watch it on my phone on Peacock. Oh, that's definitely Sex in the City because that's Samantha. Um, I'm trying to get back to Adult Swim to see if Rick and Morty is on. Because I know I'm going to probably be up overnight, especially with my stomach having to empty out. That dude is getting some good sleep. Lori, good to see you. Thank you. Okay. I just really got distracted when I looked up and saw people smoking crack on TV. That's wild. Did y'all know that that was a thing? Is it just me because I don't watch cable? I didn't know that the History Channel showed people smoking crack. I thought that that was something that they wouldn't even allow to happen on TV. That's crazy. Can y'all hear this person snoring, or is it just me? Can y'all hear him snoring? If you can hear this person next to me snoring, put a Y in the chat, or put a Z in the chat. It's like really loud. I'm laughing because my dad used to snore like that. My dad would snore so loud it would wake us up out of our sleep, and we would be like in our other room and could hear him. Who would have known that crackheads would ever be on TV? That shit is wild. I don't remember what channel Adult Swim is on. For real, look, y'all putting laughing emojis. Isn't that crazy? The fuck? Why are we watching crackheads smoke crack on TV? Why? And why is it on the History Channel? So we're teaching children about the history of crackheads. I don't think so. That's crazy. Andrew said he. So Andrew, you can hear him snoring. It is loud. I hope he doesn't have sleep apnea, but it's like so loud. It's hilarious. Is that the "I've fallen and I can't get up" commercial? No fucking way. Hold on. I haven't seen that shit since I was a kid. Hold up.
Life Alert
It
saves a
is.
life every 11 minutes.
I remember, you know, when you're a teenager, you're more of an asshole. I remember me and my sister, we would we would reenact that commercial, and she'd be like, "I've fallen," and I come behind her, and I can't get up. Okay, so it looks like American Dad is on Adult Swim. Damn it, I wanted to see Rick and Morty. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off. Like I said, the way that I deal with my healing, okay, I am obviously allergic to this nightgown. Yep, I got a rash. Sometimes I can't stand how sensitive my skin is because I'm like, what the fuck? I got hives. So yeah, I'm allergic to something that they use on this. But sitting here in pain, laughter is the best because it takes my mind off of it. I can still feel it, but again, laughter elevates the frequency. So that's why I always tell people, like, if you are going through something or if you start feeling discouraged or depressed, put on something funny. It will immediately raise your vibration. Okay. Pain is starting to go down a little bit. So maybe it's just the dosage. But I kind of don't want them to increase the dosage because they said that like this particular one could end up causing constipation. Lord knows I don't want to deal with that. But I'm like, I don't really see how I could. But this gigantic bottle of shit that I need to still drink. See, it was funny when she was asking me how it tastes. It literally tastes like scorched collard greens. That's what it tastes like. It's disgusting. wonder if I turn it. My poor pillow then went flat. And it went flat. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off so I can try to get some sleep. I don't want to drink no more of that stuff right now. I know I need to, but I just don't. I'm gonna see if I can maybe take like an hour nap and then get up and try to drink as much of it as I can. Because my thing is the constant going to the bathroom. And here's another thing that was dope. So in my overnight bag, I've got my own bag of like toiletries and stuff. So I always keep a bunch of wipes, toilet paper in case, I'm out somewhere public and have an episode, and gloves. And I was running out of gloves, and my wipes were starting to run low. I ain't even say nothing. And the male nurse, he just happened to come in and hand me a pack of wipes. He's like, we have so many wipes. Because he's like, so I noticed you keep taking your bag. I said, yeah, it's got all of my, like, bathroom essentials, essentially, wipes, liners, toilet paper, gloves, all that stuff, all of my hygiene stuff. He was like, well, use ours. I said, I didn't even know you guys had wipes, and they're fragrance free, which is the only kind I can use. He was like, look, use all of our stuff while you're here. Save your stuff. We got plenty for you. Again, it's the hospitality for me. Like, I really am grateful that I was brought here. And I just believe I'm coming out of this victoriously. Hold on, I need to lift this up a little bit so I can drink some more of this juice. Because I can't have food, but I can have plenty of juice. This shit is making me very dehydrated. For the life of me, I don't know why they call it go lightly, because it does not make you go lightly. It makes you go severely. That's what they would change the name to go severely. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of ways to go on that. But for now, I'm gonna let my culo take a break. And I'm gonna stay under these warm blankets. I'm so grateful he brought that warm blanket for my feet. So that actually gives me an idea for when I have my babies. Now see, I happen to look up at the TV. Adult Swim be doing them random commercials. It said, I have a question for demons. What are your plans after you possess a person? I'm like, the fuck? Only on Adult Swim. Only on Adult Swim. What did I just see? Okay. They did a Robot Chicken commercial, right? Why on the Robot Chicken commercial did they show 3 claymation characters having a threesome? Like, first we have the History Channel showing crackheads smoking crack. Now we have Adult Swim showing claymation characters having threesomes. I can now see why my mom did not want us watching cable when we were teenagers. Because I really don't watch cable. I watch streaming or YouTube. It's hilarious seeing just how things have changed over the years. But I want to thank all of you guys for not only tuning in, but for your energy. Thank you all for your prayers. Andrew, thank you as well. I've seen your comments on the last couple of lives, and I really do appreciate you, my good brother. I do. I appreciate all of you guys, all of my D's peeps, just for your energy. You know, you guys caring, being concerned, sending prayers. Thank you. It means a lot. And I will definitely keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys posted on everything. And I'm sure in the morning I'll find out. Well, technically it's already after midnight, but later on this morning I'm sure I'll find out the time of the colonoscopy. And then I know it's going to take time to get those results because when I had the last one, I was up at that hospital after the colonoscopy. I was up there, I think like 45 hours. So I will keep you guys posted, but just follow my example. Even if you're going through shit, watch something funny. Watch something funny. It will help elevate your frequency. And thank you for the prayers and the positive energy. Like I said, this is just a transition. Not a PlayStation for 50 cents. That means it's garbage. DaleDash. What the hell is DaleDash.com? I've never even heard of that. Amazing things I'm seeing on cable that I've never seen before. But just learn from my experience and example that you can go through anything and overcome it. You just got to stay positive in the middle of it and keep moving forward. So, thank you, these peeps. Thank you all for your love. Every last one of you guys that I know truly support my platform. I appreciate all of you. You guys are loved, you're valued, you're appreciated. And I'm grateful for the online family that we're building. I'm grateful for all of you that show up, you know, each time I go live. Thank you to all of you that are always, you know, posting positive comments after the lives, and just thank you. You know, you guys let me know that I'm fulfilling God's will for my life, and I'm going to get through this. I'm going to be okay. And once I do, we're going to be right back at it. Like I said, I found a couple more Pizzagate documentaries on Rumble. And by the way, shout out to the Rumble followers. I do want to acknowledge this because I'm seeing my Rumble platform growing. And thank you to all of you who have been watching my content. You know, the views are going up. And to those that recently subscribed on Rumble, thank you, because I saw that as well. So that's the platform that I plan to do all of my truth seeking lives on, because it's uncensored and they're not on the same, you know, type of bullshit as YouTube. And thank you for my healing. Thank you for my healing. So yeah, we will be back at it. Oh, I do want to say this before I go. So y'all remember how I was telling you guys about the fallout between Trump and Elon? Well, I seen tonight that Elon has officially stepped down from Doge, which is nuts because Trump created Doge for Elon Musk to manage the country's finances. Apparently, Elon has chosen to just walk away. Now, here's what I predict. I predict Elon is going to be the narc. I believe that he may have been planted. Because how you go from being besties with Trump to the point where, you know, President grab him by the pussy, did a whole ad basically at the White House advertising the Teslas. It just amazes me when I see ancestors show up because they were showing how the Tesla locations were being targeted and how his sales have drastically dropped, and so have his shares. And now you're stepping down from Doge. I think it's safe to say that he's being handled by the universe. But here's what I predict. I have a feeling that Elon is going to be a real life version of Salt. And if you don't know about the movie Salt with Angelina Jolie, go watch it. For some reason, I just have this feeling that he's going to end up aligning with Iran. So if that does happen, remember that you heard it here first. Because I feel like he's going to be, he's going to deflect. And he's going to defect. And I think that everything that Trump probably confided in him about, he's going to run it over there. So y'all just keep watching, keep your eyes open. Because when I seen that, I said, ooh, looks like karma has finally started to catch up with Elon. You and President grab him by the pussy, then fell out. Your shares have dropped. Your sales have dropped. And meanwhile, he still looks very much like a reptilian. And he talks like one. Like I was listening to him. He just sounds so robotic, it's weird. Oh, okay. I heard that. Yeah, my stomach is about to be tripping. That's why I don't want to drink some more of that shit. Cause I'm like, man, I just want to rest, but I gotta do what I gotta do so we can get some answers. But yeah, Elon has officially stepped down from Doge, Department of, Department of something economics, whatever. And while he's stepping down from Doge, Tesla is taking a huge hit. And I just feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he up and left the country. I really wouldn't. But mark my words, if that man aligns with Iran, if he ends up aligning with Iran, his karma's gonna be great. And not in a good way. Because right now, as far as that war, Israel, contrary to what people want to believe, those two lineages between Israel and Iran are descendants again of Hagar and Abraham's wife Sarah. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Elon was a spy. I just keep hearing Iran every time I see his name. Literally, I ran away from America. Yeah. Mark my words, I think Elon's about to leave the country, yo. I do. I feel like he's gonna take a vacation and not come back. And the next thing you know, take all of his wealth to enemy lines. And you know what? That would be some karma for Trump's ass right there. Because you did all that promoting him and his Teslas because his shit took a hit and it's still taking a hit. And if he knows about Trump's plans, then all of a sudden you start hearing about Elon Musk traveling then y'all gonna know what D said was on point. Toinette, good to see you, my love. Thank you. Thank you. She said, so happy to see you. Oh, bless your heart, love. Yeah. Y'all that are just tuning in, definitely catch the replay. But I'm, like I said, regardless of the fact that I am in a lot of pain, I'm grateful to be here. This is progress. This is steps in the right direction. This is hopefully a final answer and treatment. So, I really don't know how else to lay to take the pressure off. Completely on my side, but oh, that's what I need to do. Let me lay this down. That's probably what the problem is. Yeah, because I forgot they had lifted up the. I must be allergic to something in this sheet. Every time I get this blanket close by my nose, it starts itching. And there ain't no, and my tissues in that damn bad way over there. I don't see any Kleenexes, cause yeah, feels like 1,000 fingers. But it's only when I bring this blanket close up to my face because I'm cold. So, like I said, I'll keep y'all updated. And Miss Williams, good to see you, my love. Thank you. Like I said, y'all catch the replay. I am officially admitted. Is that Swave? Is that Angie's son on that commercial? That looked like Swave Twain with Drewski. And not they with Joe Budden. I don't understand why anybody would align with Joe Budden when he has been arrested and accused of domestic violence with his baby mama. That's wild. And Tahiri said he used to put hands on her too. That's why I don't know if I believe that shit about Drewski being innocent with the whole Diddy shit. That's gonna be a whole nother live too. Cause I am gonna be speaking on that. Now that, the hearing has reached a verdict, we need to get to the other lawsuit. And that one is the one that involves where they name Jaguar and Drewski and Odell Beckham. I think some people got confused when they were saying that Old Musty was named in that lawsuit. It wasn't Odell Villalobos. It's Odell Beckham. Because I do believe that hearing is in September. Oh, that's why I got that message earlier that there would be another hearing. Oh, I think Diddy's going to be exposed during that hearing. I do believe that's supposed to happen in September, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. That's why I keep telling y'all, trust me when I say this shit is not done. And just because they acquitted him of the RICO and the sex trafficking, that can still be proven in this next hearing. It can definitely still be proven. Is that the Golden Girls? That show still comes on? That's crazy. Damn, I didn't even know that show still came on. That's wild. Yup, his bail was denied. I don't know why he keeps trying. Diddy really must truly be insane. Because as I always say, the very definition of insanity is doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. Sir, every time you have tried to get bail, the judge has vehemently denied it. You, sir, your ass is staying in jail. I told y'all that. I told y'all that in, last year. I said, oh, he's going to get locked up and he ain't getting out. They talking about he's facing up to 20 years. You're already 55, bruh. I mean, what are you gonna do when you're damn near 80? You probably won't even be able to get it up, let alone participate in freak offs. So I'm just saying, I guess he could have his own jailbait freak offs, with the guys in there or whatever. Since he allegedly likes to, watch. Oh, do you mind if I stroke you up looking at? Oh my God. Yeah, if he thinks that he has gotten off, you might have gotten off sexually, but you're not getting off legally, sir. Your ass is gonna sit in jail. And more than likely, he's probably gonna die there. Damn it, I was looking for, okay. I'm gonna get off because I feel my stomach rumbling. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the bathroom, whether I want to or not. But yeah, his bail was denied. They're not letting him out. And he's an idiot for continuing to try. And I do think this next hearing might, I think that the RICO and sex trafficking, I do believe that'll be proven on that case, the one where they named Jaguar and Drewski and them in it. Because that one involves way more people than just Cassie. And family, have y'all noticed, has anybody else but me thought about this? What was the point in having all those hundreds of people go to Busby? Did y'all notice that none of those other people were ever put on the stand during this trial? Was she or wasn't Jack locked up? I don't know.
Hello.
Hi. I don't know if she was locked up or not. That's what they're saying. I guess we won't know until they do the hearing. Because that's what they're saying. They're saying that she was allegedly locked up during that time. Here's my thing on that. Even if she was, that doesn't mean shit didn't go down before. Because after hearing the video where she said all that shit to Goomba's girlfriend about the kids and stuff, I would not put it past her at all. So, I just don't, I feel like I'm not really going to be able to believe that until I see evidence of that. They're still talking about this big, beautiful bill. I ain't gonna lie, that's another distraction though. It's important, but it is another distraction. I just don't know that I believe that Jaguar's innocent. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. Because that woman, whether she was under demonic possession or not, whether she was drunk or not, the way she detailed about Nikki and her kids getting raped and bullets being put in their head and saying they're not gonna need me for this one, you're not innocent. Innocent people don't talk like that. That's how assassins talk. So the whole she was locked up, okay. It doesn't mean shit didn't happen before that. And it doesn't mean that you weren't involved. That's something that has to be proven in court, period. But the voicemails to Goomba, the very unhinged, very violent voicemails says otherwise. Miss Williams said, "True. I don't either. Yeah, I don't believe Jaguar's innocent at all. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't. You know what's crazy is I was having this discussion with my homeboy because he is subscribed to my channel, and he was asking me what all happened with her because he was on the lives when we were aligned. I told him, and he said, "You know what?" He was like, "How do people know what's real?" He said, "Even I believed that Jaguar was an advocate." He said, "So you and all the other people that believed in her and supported her," he said, "think about all all the people around the world that was believing that she was this whistleblower advocate. And then listen to that shit she said to Goomba. Or not said to him, let the voicemails. Advocates don't, there's no threatening for the girlfriend of your ex and her children to be raped and killed. That's not advocacy." He was like, "So just because we all believed in her doesn't make us dumb. That's a reflection on her." I said, "Exactly. So the other content, the raw rejects of YouTube that were like, that's what y'all get for believing in her. Y'all that are saying that did too." Like, so it's just like, bruh, at the end of the day, I could have been more inclined to consider that maybe people were lying on her, just like I did when I supported her, until I heard that shit, that fucking video where she let them goddamn voicemails to Goomba. The detail was way too much for somebody that ain't never did the shit. Talking about how they're gonna do it in front of him, and they're gonna stage you murder suicide. Like, what the fuck? So then you do have to question, then what was all of the outrage on Stormisha Bussy Alize Jenkins' channel? Because that again, that's where I found her. Why even try to pretend like you're an advocate and like you genuinely care about victims, but yet you're being named in cases and situations where people were abused? It just don't make no sense. I'm like, the constant, well, because I remember when old Messi said, well, we're going to be able to prove that she was locked up. That doesn't prove that she's innocent. Just like it doesn't prove that Drewski was innocent because he submitted a receipt for gas at a gas station. Sir, you definitely still could have flown out of town, went and participated, and you could have came back the same night or the next day. That does not mean that you're innocent. So until innocence is proven, I'm not believing that shit. I'm just being honest. I'm not. Ms. Williams said, "I believe she only became a whistleblower because the industry no longer wanted her." Thank you. That's what everybody keeps saying. Once you got blacklisted, that's when you start snitching. Because before that, you was with the shits. And according to what, she said, shit, you was definitely with the shits, bro. I mean, hell, she said on the Pierce Morgan interview that when he asked her what was your role at the Diddy parties, she said dominatrix. So again, me having explored kink and BDSM, dominatrixes are brutal. There's no feeling, there's no emotion. It's just domination. That also kind of gives clarity on why she's always trying to dominate everything and everybody. I want to dominate YouTube. I want to dominate this. How about you dominate healing? How about that? We want to dominate anything. Dominate your own healing. So yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what happens with that other hearing. But nah, I don't believe she's innocent at all. See, when before I did, because one, I had never heard that video with the voicemails, and two, because she's convincing. So it's like, okay, you are being a whistleblower, you're saying you're an advocate, but then where are your victims? Especially the ones that she was like, I have people ready to come forward and testify against Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, this would be the time when we are halfway through the new year. I would think this would be the time of all times to for her to get publicity because that's what she wants. You know, Diddy hearing, she went and showed up for a PR moment, clout chasing. You clout chased off of Diddy, you clout chased off of Jay-Z. I 1000% believe the victims over both of the motherfuckers. But the reality is, if you were a true advocate and you had real victims, you would have brought them forward, especially right now. So, yeah, the blacklisting makes sense. Well, I'm blacklisted, so I may as well go ahead and snitch. Well, let's see how well that plays out for you. But no, no one's believing that you're just some innocent person that I wasn't there. I don't believe that. I really don't. Like, if you guys don't know what dominatrixes do, seriously look it up. They're very brutal, very much into humiliation and degradation. That is literally their role. So the testimonies in that case aren't quite so far-fetched from the very things we heard her say out of her own mouth on those voicemails. Okay, that medication has definitely kicked in because I'm feeling very, very, a little bit loopy. So yeah, I'm gonna get off. But I just, it's like people are so busy trying to discredit me, but yet everything I've talked about has manifested. Literally all of it. And meanwhile, there are people that still support not just her, but other people, who have been accused of being involved in this shit. So you have to wonder. And just like with Corella DeVille, Auntie Mickey, who was, going hard for Quiet Storm with a whole husband, you have to ask yourself, why are these people supporting people who have either been convicted and arrested and charged, or people who have been accused? Why wouldn't you support the victims? So, thank you, Miss Williams. Yeah, I'm about to jump off so I can take a nap. But like I said, I want y'all to pay attention to Elon Musk. Mark my words. If we hear that Elon is about to travel, Elon is about to Iran his ass to the enemy, okay? We still have that case, that hearing coming up. I believe it's in September for that Diddy case, where Diddy named Jaguar and claimed that she was, how did he word it? Not like she was involved, but almost like the way he made it seem was like she answered to him. So, I don't know. I feel like that whole hearing is going to expose a lot of people. And I feel like it's going to expose all the people who have been running away from social media, the people who have been trying to run away from the country. Can't hide from God. It's not possible. So family, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me during this time. Thank you again for your prayers. Thank you for your positive energy. Let's keep each other uplifted. Not just y'all praying for me. I do pray for y'all as well. Let's keep each other uplifted in prayer. And please don't forget to pray for those who are still being trafficked, especially these children and adults. Pray for those who are being abducted and held for preparation of ceremonial sacrificial victim, which I showed y'all that on the satanic ritual calendar. This shit is real. People can call me a conspiracy theorist all they want. It's not a theory when you're able to prove it, which I've done over and over. I'm going to keep doing it. Because that's what God told me to do, is keep exposing it until it stops, period. So, I appreciate y'all. You guys are loved, you're valued, you're appreciated. I will more than likely be back tomorrow, depending on how things go, as far as the colonoscopy. Because if I'm knocked out, then I'm knocked out, But I do believe everything's going to work out exactly how it should. And y'all stay tuned and keep your eyes and ears open. And don't fall for the bullshit. Pay attention to what's going on and start preparing for it. All right, family, we'll talk to y'all later.